Hey, listen, we got a nice childbearing hips woman in the building for this one. You know what I'm saying? Bad
End
joke.
the video.
Not
I'm
not a
done.
good joke.
I'm done. You hit me up and beg and plead and cry to me, yo. We need to collab, bro. We need to set this up, bro. And then you come in like straight off the rip. It's disrespect. It's crazy.
Listen, our mother's OP TierZoo. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K Holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.
What is good, HollaSquad? We are, you know what I'm saying, the latest squad on the YouTube platform. Listen, today we're back with another reaction, and I got Simba, the mother, in the building. What's good? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, okay, wait, hold on. I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
So if I face this way, am I facing you?
I don't know. Not the other way. The other way. The other way.
Okay, so I gotta face this way.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What's good? You know what I'm saying? It's Simba the Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Simba the God, you know what I'm saying? If you watch Holla, you found him because of me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
So,
She
you
birthed
know-
me. You know what I'm saying? I was going to make a very bad
Oh,
joke.
that's crazy. That's so now I birthed you, but you just be no. The conspiracy theories that's gonna come from this is crazy. Well, it's good, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the God herself. You know.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, before we hop into this, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. Head over to some of the guys' channel down below. You know what I'm saying?
And if you see anybody doing these type of reactions, hey, punch them right in the face because they ain't doing this yet.
On
Me and
God.
Holla, we ain't in the same spot. We ain't in the same building.
We will be, though.
Oh my God! Start the video.
All right, listen, our mother's OP. Let's get it.
Video was made in partnership with CuriosityStream.
What?
Okay. I don't know neither one of these dinosaurs.
Me either.
No cap. Gigantosaur. Gigant spine sword. I ain't gonna lie. This video a little loud. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. Turn the
bit.
thing down. This thing buzzing.
Truck stick boy.
Oh my God. Help me. Yeah. Oh, it's
When
that's gang in there. Oh, damn. It's over. It's
Team
over.
strategies are among the most...
ain't no way my man was doing all that damage just to get one shot. I fail to, you know what I'm saying, believe that's possible. All right.
Hey, listen, when it come to gang now, you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's strength in numbers. They be, yo, I ain't gonna lie. They be ganging the hell out of them. I ain't gonna
Facts.
effective things players can do in the game. Teaming up can enable players to tackle challenges far outside their ability to do so alone, and allows players to cover each other's weaknesses. In addition to things like pack hunting, there's another type of team strategy worth discussing: parenting.
Yo, my man
Parenting is a
chilling.
high-level strategy that can allow new players to flourish when they'd normally be easy pickings for mid to high-level players.
God, she's just
While team
swallowing
strategies
my
aren't
mouth.
super new, they also haven't always been the norm. Today we're going to discuss how the meta of team strategies developed, and it all started during the Permian meta, the expansion directly preceding the worst balance patch of all time, the Great Dying. Dimetrodon was one of the top tier builds during that time, but what was it about them that gave them such
Hold up. He said the Great Dying. Is that when the comet hit?
Yeah, I think that's what. Well, I thought it was a meteor.
Yeah. The meteor. Yeah.
advantage during the
I
Permian
guess
meta?
that's what they call it.
Dimetrodon had relatively normal base stats, nothing too crazy here. Even though it's part of the proto-mammal guild called synapsids, it also shared a lot of traits with the basic dinosaur build. Its short legs meant its mobility stat maxed out fairly low.
Yo.
Its power stat was great for the
These
time, but
things
not
is stupid, I
revolutionary.
ain't gonna lie.
It had low stealth due to its huge conspicuous sail, and its
Oh, God.
intelligence and defense were pretty standard for its time. The most notable ability in its
ugly
arsenal
boy.
was its sail, which granted it a few perks. First, it granted a
Defense.
huge intimidation bonus, because it made the
Yeah.
player look like they were in a much higher weight class than they really were. This helped prevent attacks from other players, but honestly, Dimetrodon was the top tier build at that time, and everyone knew it, so the intimidation wasn't that useful.
Ain't no way this was the top.
The sail
tier
also
build, bro.
prevents the player from being
Right.
grabbed from behind and flipped upside down,
Well, I
which
mean,
can be
that makes sense though.
What you mean?
Like the okay, so like when an animal, usually when we watch TierZoo, when an animal is like fully like evenly got most things like distributed, like nothing's too low,
Yeah.
they're usually a top tier build, you know?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It looks so small, bro. I don't know what era this is from because they said this is after the Great Dying. So if it's after like T-Rexes was gone, then yeah, they would be dope. So
I mean, but how's a T-Rex really, you know?
T-Rex gonna swallow that joint.
You got a big head. Little one.
Extremely important in order to avoid getting your weak point attacked for massive damage. The sail's most important job was to manage stamina regeneration. Cold-blooded builds do not regenerate stamina automatically, but rather require external heat to recharge. A sail allows the user to capture a large amount of solar energy quickly, letting the user quickly refresh themselves for the next time that they need a quick burst of speed or strength.
That's crazy.
Surprisingly, this ability hasn't been used too many times by other builds, possibly because it increases the size of your character's hurt box by quite a bit. All of this is fine, but none of this is exceptional by any means. No, what made Dimetrodon top tier was that it was one of the first builds to incorporate parental care into its playstyle. Players are at their most vulnerable at the start of the game, during the respawn process and before they level up. In fact, one highly effective strategy to score easy points is just to loot a player's spawn point and interrupt the respawn process before it completes. Of course, the obvious counter-strategy to this would be for max-level players to guard the spawn point from attacks, at least until the respawn is finished. Surprisingly, it took until patch 1.1.6 for players to realize how important and effective this strategy is. Before that, even the top tiers...
Listen, I swear to God, all right, if spiders ever get this big again, okay, I done seen some big spiders. Did you do the spider tier list?
I don't think so.
Where do you think the Black Widow and the Brown Recluse are on that list?
I'm gonna be honest. They're not that high, I don't believe.
Oh, really? Bro, everybody told me they were like elite spiders, bro. Growing up, they were like, bro, that Brown Recluse.
Nah. I knew the Black Widow. I just knew the venom was crazy, but like, if you don't get bit by it, then you just...
The venom not even crazy for humans, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, them joints is in F tier.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But look, if we got these things popping back up, look, I'm gonna go back to the lobby myself with the creator.
Oh my
Okay.
God, the spiders like this I will never visit Australia. Australia will never see me a day in my life.
Facts, boy.
Mostly left their nests unguarded, and they were easy pickings for an experienced player.
Like nuts.
Dimetrodon was one of the first to implement this strategy, and it did so to great effect. Many of the other mid and high tier builds during the Permian meta relied heavily on raiding nests, and Dimetrodon was one of the few builds that actually made this difficult for them. Aside from defending its nests from attacks, Dimetrodon players also perfected the art of making sure new Dimetrodon players spawn in with a full HP bar. They do this by incubating the eggs themselves rather than just laying them and hope they don't freeze or overheat, which would cause the new players to spawn in with some pretty heavy debuffs, if at all. But instead, they spawn in ready to run, which is important because the parental care meta was not very developed at the time. Once they had hatched, the hatchlings would actually aggro the other Dimetrodon. It wasn't until far later that players started also protecting low-level players too. But once that strategy started getting some traction, it wasn't long before just about every build in the game adopted it and started incorporating it into their playstyles. This strategy is one of the main reasons that mammals became the dominant guild so quickly after the dinosaur extinction balance patch. They invest such a large amount of time into new players that by the time they're done with their tutorial levels, they're already powerful enough to hold their own in combat. But it's not just mammals that now invest time into their offspring. During the Mesozoic expansion, dinosaurs also picked up this technique. The large predatory dinosaur builds were nearly unstoppable one-on-one, so low-level herbivore mains didn't stand a chance against them. However, herbivore players quickly discovered that team defense strategies were quite effective at keeping their low-level players alive. Even though most dinosaurs eventually got banned, the techniques that they developed persisted in the avian faction, which has to carefully tend to their new players until they level up enough to unlock the flight ability. But while birds do it well, mammals are the pioneers of the teamwork and parenting strategies.
Talk to me nice!
The Synapsid Guild, which eventually became the Mammal Guild, continued to perfect their techniques all throughout the Mesozoic expansion and through the Cenozoic too, and in particular were the first guild to unlock a special ability called Live Birth, which lets players bring their respawn points with them instead of having to build a nest to hide egg spawn.
Listen, clap it up for the mammal faction. That's why we on top today. You know what I'm saying? We never going.
You know what I'm saying? Humans.
If any other faction or animal ever comes close, all right, I will volunteer to leave the game, bro. I'm good. I be watching the fanatic videos in TierZoo, just thanking the creators of cements and houses and all of that stuff, because ain't no way I'm surviving out there, boy.
Yeah, thank God our IQ is just a good amount of steps above. Because
All
boy,
right,
listen,
all right. Some of our IQs, all right. Some of our faction is a little lacking in the intelligence.
we ain't gonna go there. We gonna take it there, you know. We ain't gonna take it there.
Oh man.
Points in. This is a huge advantage because now, to spawn new players in, the player only needs to stay alive, rather than protect an objective for months. And at this point, the mammal player base is known for putting an absolutely massive amount of effort into raising up new mammal players. They have the longest respawn times, which actually lets players spawn in having already leveled up a few times.
Bro,
That's crazy.
They also produce a substance that causes new players to level up quickly, which gives them a huge advantage over builds like arthropods, reptiles, and amphibians, which have to find sources of XP on their own right from the start. This isn't to say that none of those classes have adopted team strategies or parenting though. Plenty of reptiles, and even arthropods, engage in at least some form of defending new players or team attacks. But nothing compares to the parenting power of the mammal guild. Mammals also get
you heard of
rage
moose
power
before?
when they defend their young.
Yeah.
A buff so powerful that for
Yeah.
even the most OP builds in the game, challenging an enraged mother player often means game over. So the next time you see a mammal player bodying its competition,
Nah.
No, I think it was a dog. And somebody did a voiceover. It came out like years ago.
you'll at least understand the abilities that grant them such a competitive edge in their early game, and you'll know precisely which players pioneered these techniques and strategies too, the synapsids. If you'd like to learn more about the evolution of parental care in synapsids, there's an excellent documentary called Leaps in Evolution that I highly recommend you check out. It features some incredible visuals of synapsids and dinosaurs in their fight to survive. Some of the best I've ever seen, in fact.
Let him get up.
It's available for streaming right now on Curiosity
Curiosity
Stream,
It is
the
crazy.
best place on the internet for
Listen, all I'm gonna say is shout out to all the mothers out there, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Live
saying?
birth was the greatest thing ever. I'm not even gonna get into that because that's gonna spark like some super crazy debates in the comment section. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. We ain't got eggs just laying around. People able to
You gonna imagine?
what?
You could just laying eggs. Imagine humans just laying
That'd be
eggs.
wild, right?
That'll be some wild ass shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
And then like you got randoms that come through and fertilize them, right?
Bruh,
Yo, the world would be crazy.
weird shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, the world would be a nasty place, bro. You gonna have cereal sprayers out here trying to fertilize all the eggs. That's crazy.
Nah, that's some wild shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's different.
Imagine like once a month, you know what I'm saying? Like a ovary comes out to be fertilized, and whoever fertilized that joint, yo.
Crazy. That's nuts, bro.
Oh my goodness. But listen, y'all head over to some of the guys' channel, you know what I'm saying? Link down below. This was another banger TierZoo. I don't think they went like too crazy in depth with the mother thing though.
Yeah.
So
it's more of talking about like where it started, but it didn't say are they OP, you know.
I think like being a mammal mother is OP because the live birth thing. So that kind of makes sense. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And until the next time we see y'all, we out of here.